Howdy all, grab yourself a beer. It's time for a past stream highlight. This is just me running a bunch of maps in a public party. Highly suggest giving a shot to this. It's just a really fun way to play the game. Softcore, low stress. I was just rolling tier 14, 15 and 16 maps, grinding them back to back in a public group. These are all random people. You'll notice that the Cast Uncritical Strike character is extremely strong that was in the group. They could have carried us easily in their own. I could carry things but a bit less quickly than them. But ultimately, it was just a really fun way to play, and I highly recommend trying it at some point if you've never done so before. Anyways, no further ado, let's get started. Yeah, like when I want to level up, I'll play differently at that point. But party play is just like random party play like this is just so much fun. I find, like, I just like doing it. And you meet some good people doing this too. Like most of my in-game friends list comes from people that I've met doing this sort of play, just either during leveling, especially at league start, or at endgame. Shit. And you can see how everyone is pulling their weight in the group. It seems like there's two people that are outperforming everyone else, but generally speaking, we're all doing okay as well. Snuggle cache. I'll definitely take that. Yeah, what's the interface like on Xbox for doing public grouping? Oh, there's the massacre that happens. That's always funny to see. Like it's that's what happens when someone's super fast. That you sometimes do lose someone to like I died that way as well. It's different dynamics for those mods. Bloodlines is actually probably the scariest in this scariest mod in this group play like this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's an interface for group play that isn't used by many people, but a few people do use it. And you usually find that once you get 2 people in your group, the rest of the group fills in no time.
Finally, come on.
There's someone that's freezing monsters there, which is a huge advantage here. Plus 5 levels is worth checking. Well, we didn't get anything there, but you can get good items. I was gonna say use the last portal, but they may not. I'm not gonna. I don't really want to stop to type it. We killed the boss. No, we haven't killed the boss yet. I don't think. I'm pretty sure that I need the awaken bonus. Yeah, there they are. That is not completed. There's more bosses on this stupid thing. There they are. Got one of the really obvious rewards there. And now there's a bunch more monsters to kill around the edges. Yep. Shit, get out of that. Oh, we got a loose metamorph. These are always fun. These will kill people. These will kill people in a group, usually. So this is the escaped metamorph Maven points, which are kind of sketchy, but also just so much fun. Okay, we're basically out of monsters now. So let's exit that, and we'll go with this one next. Oh, that was his herald effect that made me think, oh, there's a pack of bearers there. And that's open again. So that's that second dibs node on strongboxes coming up. 10% chance for any strongbox here to have that. Because it's got a logbooks node, I'm going to take it. I'm going to do this one. If I can find the appropriate runic monsters, that will do. Okay, Boomer. And doesn't look like any no logbooks dropped, but still worth a check. Blast. I hate it when that happens. You get someone that wants to do a trade when you're in a group. Stupid Legion. We'll do that. We got this Cyclone will be really good on it. I'm terrible at Legions on this character. That's one of the big weaknesses of Forbidden Rite totems. Their damage projection on Legions is just not up to scratch. Like where you got to have multi-target heavy damage. You can do multi-target but light damage, but Legions require multi-target heavy. And you just don't have that. And what do we got here? Oh, little drops. And then we're just about done. Here we are. Here's the bosses. These bosses are really hard. These are some of the bosses I actually do seriously respect in the game. It looks like the Cycloners are just dominating the encounter, though. What was that drop? Oh, it's a map. Oh, it's a influence map as well. Occupied map. Okay, and we said we're going to run this cells. I need to chaos the map below it because that has 0 regen on it. That's better. 0 regen is a hard skip for groups. It's something you can do in a party, but it's something that there'll always be someone that can't perform, and people hate because people hate being unable to perform in a map. So for that reason, I always skip it in groups. Likewise, reflect. I don't do reflect in groups, even though I can do it. I don't care about reflect at all. Even my totems don't die to it. Cells is one of the less good maps in the game. It's the sort of thing that needs a good divination card, otherwise it will never be voluntarily run. People run it because they've got nothing else. Not because they want to run it. It's actually a kind of messy map boss as well. It's one that's very easy to stuff up on. Hey Kim, how's it going, mate? It's doing some good old-fashioned group mapping, which is something that doesn't get done nearly enough in this game. It's just so much fun. Just a different way of playing the game. Group up with randoms. Yeah, I'd been wanting to be on more this weekend, but I had some stuff IRL, so I couldn't do any. I couldn't be on till now, really. And also I'm busy tomorrow as well, so, well, just social plans with IRL friends who aren't gamers. Social plans being karaoke over Zoom. Because we're under lockdown at the moment. I was hoping to see a blueprint there. No dice, though. Yeah, I think that'll continue forever. I got absolutely addicted to karaoke in my 20s. After, after being quite dismissive of it for a long time. And then one of my friends made the mistake of hijacking it would have been my 22nd or 23rd birthday. Venue we were at shut early, and I was like, oh well, let's keep going. And if I'd known that she was going to a karaoke bar, I would have said no, but then made the mistake of just not telling me. So I went there and wound up addicted to karaoke, and that same friend, like for the next 10-15 years, would always get annoyed with me doing nothing except karaoke on weekends. Strong boxes are a good way to PK people by accident, or deliberately, depending on your style. You can certainly get someone killed with a strongbox PK if you're not careful. Okay, so we are going to go fire, enhance, and minions. Enhancers are really good. This side will just go minion. And flamethrower tower. Flamethrower tower is just so good against trash. It is just not funny. Lost in translation? No, I have not seen that. Should I? Well, I'm taking it from your recommendation that the answer is a yes. Unfortunately, my flamethrower tower didn't seem to need to be used at all there. There was just nothing left for it to burn. Always hoping to see blighted maps out of those, but that's basically it. Okay, we're done. This. Oh, okay. Yeah, something that's really odd is that karaoke bars here in Australia compared to Japan, they're really different in that in Japan, it tends to be the booth karaoke, overwhelmingly. Whereas here it's it's more stage karaoke. I prefer the stage approach, although both can be fun. I'll go to bar karaoke if friends are keen to do it. I bounce off a crowd too much. It's like that's where the fun is. Especially if you do something that is completely a trillion miles from what they're expecting you to do. Like, if I'm in a stupid mood and decide to do Wuthering Heights or something like that. That'll do. Where's the boomer? There it is. Hate finding that thing. Yeah, I often play a game of like, what do people expect me to sing, and what can I sing that's the furthest away from that expectation. Same old, same old. It's like, thank fuck I'm not in Sydney, basically. Or, for that matter, a lot of the rest of the world. It's like, it's annoying, but I'll take annoying over awful. Yeah. Say I'm surprised no one was reaching to grab that one quickly. I'll let whoever it was there. Yeah, we have state-based things usually. Sometimes it'll be more, like even more regional than that. But my state is entirely under, they call stage 4 lockdown at the moment, which is pretty strict. Like we got a curfew coming in half an hour. The curfew I think is more for show than anything else. The rest of the measures are have just been effective. Yeah, reggae is not my style, but I mean, there's lots of good music in it. Yes, get you walking quickly while you still can, fellow Melburnian. Okay, let's go kaboom. This is a Danig one. You don't miss Danig ones. They're like they just drop so many of the burial medallions. Not that you get one every run, but whoa, there we go. There's 2. That's 15C. Someone got 4 burial medallions there. I'm not sure who it was, but I'll let whoever they drop for get them. Yeah, that would be horrible to be in that sort of environment. It's a low tier map. That's why it's a drop delirious because of the Atlas passives. That's why. All right, now we can do the boss. That person that's running Super Zoomy there can get us through there. One thing that's really annoying is when you fall behind when the person in front is zooming like this. You often can fall into a spot where you can't catch up. Huh, that was instant. Remember when Vault was the meta map? To be sure. I just put a low tier Delirious map in a way. That's annoying. I just put an Elder map in my thing as well. Alright. In we go. The extra buffer from being around someone that's got a high aura effect discipline is so nice. Just means that you can get away with a few extra mistakes. I should probably turn off my own auras in here, but not that it's that important. To have a logbook multiplier, I'm going to do this thing if it's going to behave itself. It's not behaving. The encounter's not behaving itself mechanically, so I'm not going to. Gee, that was fast. There's just a little bit more down here. One other thing that will help with this is going to get us most of the challenge to do 30 red tier 8 mod maps as well. We're going to get most of that in this map, in this series of maps. Not from this one though. This is a standard rare. What happened there? Oops. There it goes. super buggy thing. One thing I really noticed is how much faster, since I've upgraded my PC, how much faster my load times are than everyone else in these zones. That zoom character, a wood or a pecker, the reason that they're being slowed down is actually by their load time. Like, pay to win confirmed, they'd probably have 5% more loot per hour if they were running on a on like an 11900K or a 5950 CPU. Oh, heist cache. Death to Darnor. I'll take it. It's the other way. I will kill the interventions. They've got to die. They're horrible. So dropped a veiled item. They can be quite good now. The reason that I'm doing them, though, is because they give so much XP. These encounters. It's not really about anything to do with Syndicate setup. It's just because they're going to give me a lot of XP. And everyone in the party as well. Lots and lots of runic monsters in one place makes for a good explosion chain. I didn't see anything yellow, so I think it's safe to do these. But the main reason is just so many runics in one spot. I'm going to skip this June unless anyone else wants to run in and do it. Doesn't look like it. They take longer. Someone's done them. Okay, let's do it. That's one of the things. You're not communicating with the rest of the group, so there's no clear expectations of what you're going to do and not do in these sorts of encounters. Okay, Riker +1. Giannis, you can just get a bargain, just so that it ends that encounter quickly. And that's all I care about, is just ending the encounter quickly, getting that XP, and not crangling my board while doing so, but ideally just zooming past. I think it's this way? Oh no, it's down south of Tujin. Not reading anything, just setting it up. Because I think this will be super fast. And we didn't lose anyone. I thought we'd have a death on a Metamorph. I am impressed by how quickly that was killed and how cleanly. Not any splatters. I think that's all my T16s run now. All of the ones that I'd rolled. But we'll just keep blitzing these 14s, the last couple. After which I'll roll 15s. I've got a bunch of them. No rhyme nor reason to the map choice that I'm doing, except that it's just maps that I happen to have that are I don't have the awakening bonus on where possible. Otherwise, it's just what I had convenient. Someone got that. Cool. So I think people might have started to realise I'm doing Tujen and Danig mostly. When I deviate from that, it's because of a multiplier on runic things. Like, it's squishy-ish, but not... It's not like what I would term a super squishy build, but it's also not super tanky. You don't want to be you don't want to be like expecting to tank everything in the game with it. But as long as you're manually dodging from stuff occasionally, you'll be fine. Hey, Pit of the Chimera, nice. So yeah, it's working fine. Let's get the horrible tile set out the way. I hate this map. Though it does have a really good divination card now. So you see I'm deliberately trying to avoid getting hit at the moment. But yeah, I wouldn't face tank any significant endgame boss hits. Anything you can dodge, I'm dodging. This has the divination card, one of the ones for inspired learning, as well as a dab of ink there, which is a rare drop. Poet's Pen is cheap now, so it's not an expense. It's not a pull to running this map, but it is there. I'm not going to bother doing the rest of this map. This tile set's horrid. So yeah, it's the Academic is the name of the card. Yeah, at least that's where I believe it drops. Like I've been told it drops there. I believe the people that have told me, but I haven't seen it personally. So we're grabbing everything that we haven't done yet that we own. We've got the Awakener bonus to get on it. That'll mostly be dumpster tier tile sets, I think. And we'll roll all of these. That one's... no. Yeah, hang on. That's the one I need to ID. I hate it when that happens, but there's nothing really I can do. I'm going to disappoint someone whatever I do. Okay. Fizz Reflect, got to re-roll that. Yep, Fizz Reflect re-rolled. Okay, cool. We believe now, from a bit more investigation, we believe it's Conqueror occupied maps. So that's from the ones that have that actually have a Conqueror at the end of the map. We're not certain about that yet, but we don't think it is. We don't think it is Relic Chambers. That's I'm not sure what that was. It's not anything valuable. Might be a 10C item. Yeah, that's what we suspect. Like, I sort of suspect you might get one per 3 Cirrus cycles or something like that. Which means that no one's going to really complete many sets of it in solo self-found at all. It's not a good item from memory. Yeah, it's Pranda's Signet, the one with the XP on it. Yeah, but it's one of those things where variance is huge. Oh, a lot of damage there, but fortunately we've got this person freezing everything for us. So we're basically able to be carried. That person that's playing the Cosprey's build is capable of carrying the entire party if they want to, and not just carrying us, but carrying us at high speed. What's Lawweave go for currently? It's like in the 80C range or something. I pick up Breach Rings for that reason. Breach Rings are on my filter as Awakened Sextant tier, as long as they're reasonably high idol level, like 82 plus. But I don't pick up Unique Rings on that for that reason. I'm just hitting random stuff here. I'm not really trying to optimize, just go fast. And that'll do. Kaboom. Yeah, 2 erotic coinage. That's like 12C. After a couple more of these, might just run a couple of logbooks for something different. Once we finish all the maps I've got rolled. Oh, get out of that. That's golden rule. I can't see the portal. Oh, there wasn't one. That's why I couldn't see it. Yeah. I don't know if they're using Headhunter. Oh, shit. I've got to re-roll that. That's got reflect on it. I don't know why I didn't see that before. Anyways, good thing to check that before putting it in. I hate factory map. It's like one of my most hated tile sets. I think it's an aura stacker that we've got in here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, generally, you'll notice I'm not looting. I don't have 6 sockets on my loot filter either. 6 sockets are worth more than a Lawweave ring at that price. What's the 6-link premium on Lawweave currently? I guess 6-link ones would generally be well rolled as well, so it's hard to price that. So that's pretty much full price, full value for 6-linking. Huh. This is the worst layout I've seen on this map. I hate this layout normally, but this is worse than usual. Let's try and catch up to them. Once you fall out of that Torrent's Reclamation aura, it's really hard to catch up.
Finally, come on. I always love a good risk.
One of the reasons I'm doing this is the challenges. There's a challenge to slay 2,000 runic monsters, 3,000 runic monsters, which I'm still a little way off from doing. So while it's so fast to kill them with this group that's going, I missed all of the juicier chests there, but they're not that juicy. That Void Sphere, in case you're wondering, is Despair on hit. That's why I'm using it. Because it might look like a what the fuck thing to cast on a boss. Yeah, that's a fine reason to do it. Do give the Breach one a go. Yeah, I'm close to the runic monsters, and for that matter, the chests I'm close to as well. I'm probably 10 logbooks away from it, or something like that. not sure why I'm clearing out this map. Oh, that'll do. Alright, well, we'll do one of the worst tile sets in the game. Hey, Urim, is it? Urim? 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 So I find Expedition can also be somewhat unfriendly to Chaos in at times as well. Like, obviously, you've got the Chaos... monsters are immune to Chaos things, which you sometimes have to not hit. Like, be careful not to hit them. And if you derp, well, you derp. I'm not going to hit that immune to fire, cold because the strongest person in the group is cold. Okay, boom. And this is the one that we... over here. They're still listening for that... I have Exalt tier sound set up on high tier logbooks. So I'm sort of expecting to hear an Exalt sound and not getting one. Whole bunch of these maps with no logbook drops. Oh, I hate this tile set. It's not cells bad, but it's close. It's very close, actually. Oh, at least it's giving me a good map there. And there we go. Boss. Well, corpse of a boss in a second. Immune to crits is savage. Immune to crits is definitely very, very, very mean. Arcade. Well, that's a good tile set at least. Because someone stuck 2 maps ago. And given that they've got Aura in their name. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Alright, we don't have the monsters are immune to crits. Because that would be horrible for the cast on crit build. I don't like hitting it for that reason. Not if it's going to wreck someone's build entirely. Especially not when they're the most powerful character in the group. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that's an F. This will be the boss, I think, in here. Memory? No, I'm wrong. Oh, no, maybe it's down here. Yeah, this is the boss. On to go. Alrighty. Not gonna... Oh, they're doing the ritual. I've already left it. Chaos immunity is going to get you, though, on Death's Oath. And they can just that other Templar can keep that map if they're in it. They're out of it now. I already left, so I left before they committed to the ritual, really. So there's one other you got to be careful of, one or two others as well. Monsters always crit is really bad. Monsters drain 10% of ES and mana can be nasty. Oh, it's this map. Here I was thinking it was the Arachnid Tomb that we needed. Oh, that I needed. It's not we, it's just me. We're really in a good rhythm in this group. I was gonna call it soon, but I think we'll just keep going because this is just a party that's working well. Like everyone's AU server for one, or at least seems to be. No one's having tech issues. No one's really dying. We got someone who's AFK, but that's all right. It's only one person. And that's where the boss is. Get that credit for this. There we go. That's nice. Okay, what do we got here? Nah, let's not run that. Got a bunch of new maps here actually, which is good. Not running that in outside of a solo scenario, and then we'll just do. All right, that'll do. Let's ID that. We'll scour it in a sec. Scour 3 of those. Okay, and let's elk everything. Elk and check reflect. And also check 0 regen. Anything else is fine. That's reflect. That's got to go. 0 regen's got to go. And that's it, isn't it? These two. Alrighty, that'll do. Alright, we got the multiplier for runics there, which is good. That's a travel node, which I hate. And bugger, this is a terrible one. Just like there's no good monster locations. Hey, winner winner kitten dinner. That exalt sound was me getting a logbook. And it dropped for me. I wasn't sure if that was how they drop in these. If they drop for me or if they drop random player. Yeah, I find Death Aura like damage over time builds in general have that issue where unless you're hitting multiple bosses at once, you really do struggle a lot with the invitations. Last league, I managed to get Corrupting Fever kill on the Formed, and that was hard. Like, really hard. It was a lot of fun, though. Actually, probably the most fun I had last league. Excellent. That's the... Alrighty. It's good. Running out of town portals now. Yeah, invites definitely you want a dedicated boss killer for. Go grab my portals. And this tile set is annoying. Well, the map is great. The boss is horrid. Well, the map is good at least. I won't say it's great. Fun fact, this used to have Vol as its boss before Shakiri was added to the game. Same as Wasteland map now. Alright, so you have Danig. We're definitely doing this. Hey, I got a blueprint. Only a 1 of 4, unfortunately. I'm not sure if I'm in Lira Arthain to get a 4 of 4. They're only 10%. Yeah, I always feel like that H-plan. Got to get out of the house and do something. Even if it's just walking in the same park I've seen every bloody day this year. Yeah, it was nice. You single phased that fight. There, that phase of the fight. That part of it. Holding buttons down is really nasty on your fingers, I find. Got to stand on the tail every time you find her. That's what pushes her along. There it is. We got her now, I think. Oh, she froze. Yeah. So the thing here is you don't want to freeze this boss. Heh. Maven's Invitation the Formed. That's always a nice drop. Don't know why it drops there, but I'll take it. Is blight damage good? I didn't know blight was did a lot of damage. I've never messed around with it. See ya. Yeah, I've heard good things about Poison Spectral Helix this league. Yeah. Yep. No, I'd heard that. I'd heard that from was it Mathel that started playing it a couple of days ago? Which always makes the build much more popular. Oh yeah, well there you go. There's someone that's well known that will certainly attract a lot of attention to the build. Nugi's great player. Oops. I hate how rippy legions are. Yeah, that's always fun. If you ever want to be, if you ever want to be rich in game, like all you need to do is pick a genuinely very rare item, and then popularize a build around it. After you've bought like 20 copies of it. Did you see the cool Paradoxica build that was a Paradoxica Smite build that someone was listing on over on YouTube recently? Hey, Scarinas, thanks for the follow. Got a bit of attention on Reddit, so but it just looks like a fun thing that's quite different. Not necessarily saying it's the strongest thing in the world, but it's certainly good enough for 60% delirium at like 25x or so. So it needed a speed Paradoxica, which is about 11x, and it needed a All's Uprising Wrath, which is about 11x. Everything else was pretty cheap. I missed this. Oh, it's only a scrap metal anyway. Yeah, Battle Mage was the thing, the key interaction that made it work. Battle Mage Cry, and what else was there? I just all sorts of stuff with that. One thing that's really strong, like in groups like this, you get so many map completions per hour. You just get so many of your Shaper Guardian maps and stuff like that. Just your premium maps. If that happens, the budget choice is that the ring. That's the bad version of All's Uprising is a ring. Essence Worm. Yeah, All's Uprising is like a specific one is like 1 per 60 all kills or so. DA, trying to place the acronym. Yeah, I'm having a brain fart at the moment, or else it's a typo.
Finally, come on. I always love a good risk.
Okay, boom. Oh, Death's Oath. So Dio, yeah. Oh, that's where you're talking. Okay, now I follow you. Using Blight as your boss killing method. That clarifies everything. I was getting like I hadn't for some reason my head hadn't pieced together that those were the same build. I think I just got someone killed or someone just got, they weren't killed, but they got thumped because of me by one of those things on the ground. Those volatile flames. Since we've gotten running smoothly, I got 30% of a level, but that's so much of that has been in the last, probably the last like 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe the last 30. Really, since we just got used to working together and playing to the strengths of having me hit the bosses while that guy hits, and the tanky rares while the freezer guy goes and freezes everything. Alright, Tujin is here. That's only Fizz, that's fine. Might suck for someone, won't suck for the group. And there, and there. Okay, kaboom. Alrighty. I don't mind this tile set at all. I did a lot of this last league. Nope. Oh, that's a red blade banner. Just such a good stretch of enemies around here that I feel wrong to skip it. Usually like super efficient monsters pathing there. And then that's all the efficiency done now. Alright, we have another vault. We'll do that. I just say I really do like this just grouping with randoms thing though. Anyone that hasn't tried it, I urge you to give it a shot if you're in Trade League. This is a rogue metamorph. Super rippy things. One of those mods you would never ever consider taking in hardcore. Actually, all the metamorph things you would skip in hardcore. But this is softcore, so we don't care. Say, that was 1,000 ribbons 6 link. That was hilariously cool. That was amazingly awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That didn't drop for me, it dropped for someone else, but that was just such a cool thing to see. The last one of these I have to kill because it's immune to cold, so yeah, just saying Woodora is drunk or asleep. Okay, so just gonna get a couple of things going here. People can do whatever they want, really. There's usually no synergizing of strategy on blight encounters in groups. It's like you could do it if you were an actual experienced group used to playing together, but that doesn't happen in pugs. It's just a case of everyone does their own thing and you coordinate. Oh, and you don't coordinate, but you get it done anyway. Because they're not that hard. And again, I've got to fix that filter up. And the juicy ones, potentially. Unlikely. Nah. All trash. Oop, I nearly got myself in a bit of trouble there. I ran out of charges on my flame dash at the wrong time. I vaaled my flame dash. I had a 2020 flame dash and it vaaled to 2015. So I was like, all right, I'll buy a new one and I'll re-roll. I'll re-level it. So I'm using a low gem level, low quality flame dash. It might be like level 17 now, but it was back to low level. All right, that's it for this encounter. Stupid splinters. The cash just dropped. That could have been from a Vaal monster encounter though. Oh well. If you're wanting to do something cheap, you can do the 5-link version of this, of the 5-link Soul Mantle version of this for for what I'm playing for like maybe 200 chaos. Or Gladiator Spectral Shield Throw as the other thing. Like, it's meta for a reason. Works really well on, say, 200C in gear. You do need 200C, but it'll work really well on that. 20% Delirious map, always nice. Yeah, it's middle tier on clear speed. It's certainly not excellent. The other thing you've got with Cirrus is that presumably your spell block capped on that, right? Or pretty close to it. So, like, Cirrus is an absolute cakewalk with good spell block.
Finally. Come on. Racing.
Just try 60% Delirious on it. I think you'll find that it's unforgiving. You can do them, but they're unforgiving. You don't need anything amazing for 60% Delirious, although you'll be going slow most of the time. I keep forgetting to use Vaal Clarity. So it's something I can do that helps everyone in the group, as well as like being really good if I take a beating. bother grabbing the loot there. It's only small stuff. Let's just push on, get the boss out the way. Yeah, class is obviously a huge help. And again. Dump a bunch of stuff.
It's my lucky day. I never get stricken.
No, that wasn't a repeat of the ridiculous drop before with the 6-link other simple robe. 1,000 ribbons, isn't it? We've got a couple of bosses on this. Neither of them are cold immune, so we're going to go cold towers. Not that it's going to matter with this group. Did notice I've had absolutely no blighted maps today. Oh, this is a fun boss fight. So not at this gear level. This is like way past where we should be doing these normal maps. But still, it'll do. I'm going to maybe only do 1 or 2 more maps in this group. Yeah, just the 2 that I've already got rolled. And then I think I might actually call it for the night. Wasn't intending this to be a particularly long stream. Just more to show off just how much fun it is to do public grouping. Like, yeah, it's just something I highly recommend just giving a shot to. Especially because it will restore your faith in the game community, because people generally aren't pricks over loot. Whereas if you're in a trade environment, people are always, like, there's always this sort of sense of optimization that people are chasing. People tend to work together pretty well, don't get each other killed, and the average player here is actually pretty smart. You know, mistakes are happening, but I think I've made the same number as the average person in the group, roughly. Had a bunch of deaths early. And you'll find there's a bunch of just really good players that are also just fun to hang out with. This isn't a chatty group. Sometimes the groups are chatty, but even then it's still good. You'll also come out of doing this, if you host these groups, you'll come out of it with a lot more currency as well. If you participate in a group but you're not the host, you'll get a fair bit out of it too, because you'll get a lot of Atlas completion. But if you are the host, you'll get all of the rewards from things like the various Maven stuff you've got on your Atlas. The default people tend to use is the minion scout towers, like you saw that person setting up there. I was about to do it and they beat me to it. They are pretty good, and they're usually the best if they're not augmented. Okay, what else we got? We've got this corner.
Hello again, Noble.
Let's get a bunch of extra stuff here to kill. Most importantly, chances at slim but noticeable chance at getting logbooks, which add up a lot in value if they drop. This group's only had one drop in all of the ones we've done, which is unusual. Normally you get a lot more. Ouch, took a beating there. Got careless. There's a challenge to do a bunch of abysses this league. No, that's continued. I thought it would gone into a abyssal depth for a second there, but it's just moved on. These are worth checking. The rare jewels you want to pick up usually. Whether the person it drops for does or not, I don't know, but it'll be item level 85 and it'll be well rolled since the 3.14 changes. Ah, Danik, nice. Oh, so laggy. Hey, nice. That dropped for me. I think they might just drop for you as the instance owner, although I'm not sure of that. Oh, we lost someone. I think there's shocking ground on here, which is what probably killed that person, because it's so easy to underestimate that 45% increased damage you're taking is so much. It's like instead of having 4,500 hit points, it's like having 3,000. I'm on it at the moment. I've got to get off it quickly. Oops, I just PK'd someone. That was unintentional too. I didn't actually hit them, I don't think, but I was very close to... They got hit, but they lived. I wasn't trying to PK them. I was trying to dodge the thing myself, and I dragged it to them. Give the lowest monster level one you've got a shot. That's what I would suggest. Not counting ones that are like 20 levels below you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Once I got in the rhythm, certainly was making a lot of currency doing that, as well as also just getting a lot done on the Atlas. I'll have to have a look at what I was at the start of the stream, but I'm finishing on 94 Awakening bonus objective. I have a feeling I was at like 50 at the start of that stream. So maybe it's not quite 50. Maybe it was 50 at the start of the day. But you definitely get a lot done this way, and it definitely is something I really suggest. Oh yeah, the logbook's being corrupted sucks, but you still want to do them because of the challenge. So there's a challenge to do this Expedition Encounters 5. Have a look at what you're missing on this and what you can get from your corrupted logbooks, and you'll get some value out of them. So you can then go, say, for instance, if you had one that gave you the choice between a cemetery, a scrublands, and a battleground graves, then I would just pick the cemetery and do it. And it's not like they're terrible. They're still pretty juicy, even corrupted. They're still okay. I don't mind monsters can drop corrupted items overall, even though I've had a couple of logbooks get crangled that way. I still think it's an okay mod without being a good one. It will sometimes cause you to get other good items, like you get 6 links out of it, which are a divine orb. Anyways, I was thinking I was going to finish up at this point and raid someone I don't know. So let's go check out Denapon, who I have no idea who they are. Just someone that I see on my list of recommended people. And we'll go and see. I'm just going to bring up their stream on my other PC. And thanks all. Have a good one.